Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, hi, my name is Sydney. I film beauty videos 3 days a week, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and lately Sundays as well, which has been really awesome. Today's video is one that I have kind of been throwing around in my head. I've been tossing the idea around, thinking about it a lot, and I am so excited to finally be filming this video. Well, filming the intro to this video. Let's keep that straight. So today's video is what I'm calling a Fast 5 2-week project plan. So in this video, I'm taking 5 products and I'm going to take 2 weeks and I'm going to focus really hard on them, and I really just want to see like how much progress I can make in 2 weeks because I don't know, I have a very short attention span with makeup and honestly most things in my life. I'm a little ADHD or ADD, whatever it is, but I was so curious. I think I did like an Instagram post about this like years ago on my Instagram, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna use these for 2 weeks straight and we're gonna see how much progress I made, and I thought it was just a really cool and interesting experiment. So I decided that 2 weeks would be a good length for this project because it's normally like how long I have stuff in my Shop My Stash basket. That's usually my attention span for products, honestly, before I want to switch things up and try something new. And so I'm just going to try to use these products as much as I possibly can in the next 2 weeks. I'm going to track my progress in my bullet journal. I'm going to make a mark every single time I use one, and then I'll come back at the end of the 2 weeks and we'll kind of discuss my progress. We'll see how things are looking different. I am going to do close-up shots of all the products right now, just so we can kind of compare them at the end of the month, or not at the end of the month, at the end of the 2 weeks, so we do have something to compare it to, so we can be a little more scientific about this. But yeah, I'm so excited. So I'm gonna stop babbling and let's hop into the products that I'm gonna use for the next 2 weeks. So when I was kind of thinking about this project, at first I thought I was gonna give myself like a little bit longer than 2 weeks, like 2 weeks and 2 days or 2 weeks and 3 days, just because I don't wear makeup every single day of the week. Usually I do wear it, you know, Monday through Friday when I go to work, but on the weekends it tends to be kind of like if I feel like it, which isn't always the case. But then I was thinking, you know what, there are usually at least 1 or 2 days a week where I am doing my makeup twice a day because I'm filming or just because I want to play with makeup. So I think I'm just going to keep it to the pretty strict 2-week date. This is when I'm filming this, like 1 day into the project, so I think it's July 31st right now, so I'll be updating this in 2 weeks in August. So I'm sorry I'm like 1 day in, but we're just gonna roll with it anyways. So let's hop into the 5 products that I chose. So I chose these and I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna measure progress on these just before I start, just to save myself some time on camera. And I realized that some of these are a little bit hard to track progress on, so I'm sorry for that. If you guys do enjoy this kind of a series, which I'm really excited about it, so this might become like an actual series on my channel, let me know down below. I'll try to pick products next time that are more easily seen like progress wise, but there's a first time for everything. We're just gonna roll with this. So the first product that I want to include is my Maybelline Fit Me Loose Setting Powder. I'm mainly just including this one because it's a product that isn't getting a lot of love in my collection, and it isn't cruelty free, which if you guys didn't know, I'm kind of transitioning my collection into a cruelty free collection. But I do have some non-cruelty free items in my collection that I don't really want to just toss because I feel like it's wasteful. So we're going to pan them, we're going to use them up. And I have used, honestly, I don't remember how full this powder was when I got it. But as of right now, it looks like when I turn it on the side, I have like a powder that's like halfway full. So there is still quite a lot of product in here. I have been using this to kind of lightly set my face. I don't really like this under my eyes because I feel like the way that I set my under eyes, it leaves kind of a white cast and it just makes things wear off kind of oddly. I feel like when my foundation wears off, my concealer is just like a ring right there and it's very apparent. It's not very flattering, so don't like this under the eyes, but it's nice all over the face. The next face product that I'm including is something that I'm very excited about because I have been using the same blush almost every single day for like 7 months now, and that's my Laura Geller Baked Blush and Brighten Blush. If you guys watch my channel for any amount of time, you're familiar with this blush because I use it constantly. It's in my project pan right now, but I need a break. So instead, we're going to go in with the Kaleido Cosmetics Glow Blush in the shade Peach Gold. It's this beautiful kind of metallic peach shade. I love this color, you guys. I love it so much, and I'm so excited to get some more use out of it. Another product from Kaleido Cosmetics that I wanted to include is this Dream Stain. This is a lip and cheek stain, and I do pretty frequently use it for my lips and my cheeks. Mostly lately, I've been wearing it more on my lips, but if I can do a double whammy and get 2 uses out of it in 1 day, you bet I'm going to see a little bit more progress. This one it's hard to see progress a little bit. I am noticing some streaking on the sides, but even like when I hold it up to light, I can't see any actual progress of where the product is at. So we're just gonna kind of have to wing it with this one. This was not my best choice, but it's fine. I learned for next time. And then the two products that I'm probably the most excited about are my Butter London Glazed Eye Gloss and my e.l.f. Matte for Matte 2 palette. So the eye gloss is something that I have recently been really obsessed with, you guys. Normally I don't wear eyeshadow to work, but this has just become like such an easy, no fuss, everyday eyeshadow for me. It's one of those really fun kind of jelly-like formulas, and it's just this beautiful kind of copper shade, and I think it pairs so beautifully with my e.l.f. Matte for Matte 2 palette. The matte shades in here, specifically these two matte shades right here, I think it pairs really beautifully with those. I just mix those together, toss them in the crease, rub this all over my lid, and I run out the door. So these have been my go-to for a super quick eye look, so I want to see how much progress I can make with these two. So I'm going to go about my 2 weeks. I'm going to really focus on using these products, and I will come back in 2 weeks and report how many uses I made and what kind of progress I've made. Alright guys, so it has been 2 weeks and I've been really consistently using these products, trying to get some actual progress on them. So let's recap and see how I did. So I have actually tracked my usage in my bullet journal. I just made a little chart and did an X every time I use these products, so I will have a pretty good idea of the usage. Of course, this may not be 100% accurate, but I tried to be really diligent about writing down when I was using these products. So let's just hop right in. I will be inserting like 2 weeks ago pictures and today close-ups so you guys can see what progress I've really made on these products. But I have some pretty exciting news about this first product, and that is the e.l.f. Matte for Matte 2 palette. You guys. I hit pan, which you guys will be able to see in this close-up. I hit pan on this cream shade right here. It's the one that I've been trying to use up for like 8 months now. It's been a ridiculously long time, but I hit pan on it and I'm so happy about it. I used this palette a total of 10 times these past 2 weeks. And I primarily focused on this like pukey brown shade, this peachy shade, and then towards the end of the week I did start using this kind of rosy brown shade a little bit, but primarily it was these first 4 shades right here. I didn't really mess with the rest of the palette too much, but I kind of fell back in love with this palette, you guys. I swear, like every month or two I'm like, I don't want to use this palette anymore, I'm gonna throw it out of my project pan, and then I'm like, no, use it a little bit more, give it a chance. Then the next month I'm like, I love this palette, I don't want to kick it out of my project pan, I really want to try to use it up. So that's where I'm at with this palette. This was a really fun way to motivate me to use this palette again. I'm not saying that if I do these little videos in the future I'll continue to use my Pan That palette, because I feel like you guys are already seeing this one in my Project Pan update, but I do like the idea of really focusing in on a palette for 2 weeks and seeing what kind of progress I can make. So like I said, I used this one 10 times, which is a success in my eyes. Next up, we have a product that was not quite as much of a success, and that's the Butter London Jelly eyeshadow. This one's in the shade Icing, and it's a really beautiful kind of coppery shade. Before I filmed this little series, and up until like halfway through last week, I thought I adored this product. I thought this was going to be my everyday eyeshadow until it was gone. And then I started to pay a little bit closer attention to it as the day went on, and honestly, you guys, this kind of makes my eyelids look a little crusty, a little crinkly. It definitely looks a little bit dry towards the end of the day. I do think it's a really pretty color, and it is an easy way to add a little bit of shine and do a really quick eye look in the morning, but is it my favorite? No. So I may actually declutter this one. I'm not really sure. I'm still kind of deciding, but I used this one a total of 6 times. Some of these are going to be like really high numbers and some of them aren't, mostly because occasionally, okay, not occasionally, usually 2 or 3 times a week I do my makeup twice a day because I'm filming. I'll go to work all day, wear that makeup all day, come home, wipe it off, and do something a little more creative like this. But I was really only reaching for this when I went to work, and I didn't really feel like putting it on every day, especially after I kind of noticed how it was looking on my lids towards the end of the day. By the way, if you guys are interested in this eye look, it's the look that I created in my first impressions on the Persona Identity 2 palette, so I'll link that down below if you're interested. But anyways, I used this a total of 6 times. I feel like maybe it looks like I used a little more product. I don't use a ton of product when I go in with that cream shadow, partially because it can look a little bit crepey at the end of the day if you do layer too much on, and partially just because I feel like I don't really need to. I get a lot of intense shine and color payoff with a very small amount. This next product I am kicking myself for because I use this product so much and I'm like 98% sure that I actually made some pretty good progress on it. But my little like Sharpie line wore off, and of course I didn't take a beginning shot of this one because I'm like, oh, you'll be able to tell by the Sharpie line. But the product that I'm talking about is the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder. This is a non-cruelty free powder, and as you guys may know, I'm transitioning into a cruelty free collection, so I'm trying to use this up, get this out of my collection. And when I started this little challenge, I had it right about halfway, so I feel like I was like right about there. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to tell, but I have used quite a bit of this powder. So I feel like with a couple weeks of really consistent use, I could get this out of my collection, which is very, very exciting. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but I used that for a total of 14 times over the past 2 weeks. The next product I want to mention is from Kaleido Cosmetics, and this is their Glow Blush in the shade Peach Gold. This one I used 10 times over the past 2 weeks, so not every single time I wore makeup, but pretty much every single time I wore makeup. And I really do like this product. It makes my cheeks look so juicy, so glowy. I really, really enjoy the appearance that it gives my cheeks. And I think I made maybe a little bit of progress on it. I mean, there's definitely no dip, but I feel like it looks a little more grainy on top, if that makes any sense. So, yep, 10 times use on this one, and I'm pretty okay with that. I'm pretty happy with that. And then the final product that I included is my Kaleido Cosmetics Dream Stain. This one's in the shade Reverie. It's just this really beautiful soft pink shade. And I use this both on my cheeks and my lips, and quite often I use it on both. But I didn't really double count those, I just counted those as one use. So technically I only used this 11 times, but honestly I think it's closer to 15, 16, 17, somewhere up in there. Like I said in the intro part of this video, you can't really see progress with this, but I feel like I'm seeing more like streaky places on the side, which means that I'm probably using quite a bit of this up. They're not quite windows yet, but they're getting there. So I think I got a lot of really great use out of this one. I'm not really wanting to use this one up because this is one of my favorite products right now, but I am really enjoying it and I'm reaching for it a lot. So that's actually going to wrap this video up, you guys. Let me know if you'd like this little series. I'm really trying to think of how I want to do project panning differently next year, because this year was my first year project panning and it was definitely a learning experience. I learned so much what I like about project panning, what I don't like. And I have a lot of ideas for next year. I'm thinking of doing a video in December or November talking about how I'm going to switch things up, what I learned from this year, and all of that. So thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below. And if you'd like project panning videos, I'll link my most recent project pan update down below so you can check that one out as well. And that's going to be all from me today. I hope to see you guys in my next one. Bye!